Remember that strange moment growing up where the only female or male interaction you got was from your parents? So watching cartoons and anime paved an opening for you to experience early adulthood, and why this, and even those things, got your Shota and Lolly selves excited. I believe this happened to many people. I swear it's not only me. It happens to guys, gals, and even whatever the hell that's supposed to be. We gotta go back to that dark times, the earliest times where I discovered my first chick that I considered to give me a stiffy, a waifu if you will. The Shota Exciter herself, the one known as Sailor Moon. Which leads me to this figure review of the s.h.figure Sailor Moon Crystal Season 3 figure. We'll go over the box really quick. There's a profile shot here, some names here. Another picture of her, same names, s.h.figure arts, poses, dynamic poses you could all do, and I'll show them off later. Accessory, and yeah, time to open this up. Oh yeah, in the packaging, there's a little tape here. You can remove that by just scratching it off. And time to open like so. There we go. Reveal! I'm actually really excited because this is the first figure I'm finally opening from box after Anime Expo, which is exciting. Comes with 4 faces. Jesus Christ, look at all these hands. Look at all these hands. It comes with her wand staff thing. Oh cool, it comes with a stand, I believe, to hold her up. Oh, her stand has decoration on it. Oh, I'm excited. Alright, so right now this figure is full of accessories. It's time to open. No tape is on this part, which is pretty cool. Alright. Piece of resistance. She's in a little packaging. Go away. Now she's not in a packaging. Wow. This comes with a lot, honestly. And if this thing's like worth 40 bucks, I feel like if you're a Sailor Moon fan, this is amazing. So far, just because it has so much things going on. I'm actually getting ahead of myself because usually I would spend like 80 bucks for like a Monster Arts Godzilla figure and it wouldn't come with accessories. So I'm not used to accessories with my figures unless it's like changeable faces. So removing the figure, in back of her is the stand. That's where it's located. There we go. Has tape on it. I'll open it right in a bit. And in this part is like a little compartment where it comes with the faces, so you could, it's easy to put it back, you could say. It doesn't come with like a little Ziploc bag, but you could put those things back into where it's supposed to be. And in back of the faces, there's where the stand's supposed to be. So you just plop this out. There we go. And I'll show you all the accessories right now. So going over the stand first, it comes with a little baggie. It's not a Ziploc bag, it's sealed shut. So, just most likely you would use scissors. I cut a little hole right here. There we go. You can put it back if you want, if you don't cut it, like, really brutally. Okay, this really pleases me. Because pretty much I have a thing where I love stands that have little designs, especially it's shaped as a heart, and it has, it's just, it looks nice. Pretty much, I paid for, like, figures that are worth, like, 200 bucks, right? But the stand is not decorated, it's just, like, one color, a circle shape, and then that's really it. And then, with no symbol, no wording, you know, it doesn't distinct itself. So this is really cool, this really pleases me. So here's the stand, and, right here, it looks like you could put it through, but you can't. The only option is this one. You could just twist it a little, and there you go. Does this even move? This looks like it's stuck. Oh, no, never mind. Okay. So this is a little hard to move at first, but if you move it up and down, it starts becoming looser. So that's good. So for the piece of resistance, this goes on top of the stand. This is what actually holds the figure together. Just twist it. There we go. So yeah, the stand's pretty solid. This actually could twist however you like. Closer look at the stand when it's put together. So this can move up and down. Oop. And then this is much holds her waist, so if you want to do poses where she's kind of like jumping or floating, levitating, you pretty much put this where her waist is. Now going over her details really quick, her pigtails can actually go in a complete circle. Same thing for this one. And they actually could stand. If you want to do like a stance where like she's falling down, this is actually pretty cool. Going down. Her earrings are not, like they don't jingle, of course, they're just plastic and stuck to her ear. She could stand on her own, but she has a hard time doing so, so I recommend the stand. For the figure's hair, her hair looks really golden, much more yellow. And in the tips, even from these, it's like they finished it off with an orange for like this figure to really like pop out. Going down, her eyes are very anime accurate from pictures I've seen. Like, I couldn't think of any better strategy they could do from what they did with their eyes because it looks really solid. Going down, you start to notice that there's parts that you would like to hide, you could say. Like, for example, if her chest is up, like her boobs, you could say, look like a plate. It doesn't look like it's part of like the stomach, it's like its own entity. And if you move her arm, it looks more like it's a plate. Because if you look very closely, there's kind of like a gap where her arm's supposed to go. So when that's not there, there's like just kind of like a triangle of just empty space. But the paint is really well done. Like, it's smooth, it doesn't go through each other, except where these arms are. For example, if you look closely, like you could see the painting dripping off. Like, that's a mistake. And something funny is her ball joints are very exposable. Like, for example, if her arm's like this, you could see this strange ball popping out. It's like, it's not meant to be shown, so, you know, you cover her hand with these sleeves. But yeah, if these shown off, like, if you're displaying her, it does look a little eye disorienting, I would say. The paint is still really good. For the skirt, it's not cloth, so it's just plastic, so you can't do much with it. Like, there's not really much you could bend, move. The paint's really solid in the back, but if you look closely, like, if she's, like, turning around, the paint here, yeah, there we go, it's not straight. Like, you could tell, like, it's, like, chipping around, because this part is very hidden, so, like, you can't tell if, like, the figure's up front. But if you look very closely, you can see that the paint's not too much detail on this. It looks like they just kind of, like, painted it once, like one brush stroke, and they're like, okay, we're good. You could barely see it, especially like if the whole figure is, you want to see the front, you barely notice this, especially this part covers it. If you go down, her ribbon looks really nice. It's very glossy pink. It shines actually to the light, which is cool. Going down, if you want to see something terrifying, then check this out. Whack. These ball joints look really, like, spider-like. Like, of course, like, this part's hidden. You're not supposed to show off this part. But the more you look, yeah, it just looks like a mess of just ball joints and these sockets. But, of course, like, most likely the skirt covers it. But it's just, if you look, you know, just for a little bit, you could see how disorienting this is. If you go to the back, oh my god. Her hair actually could clip to her legs, so beware of that. For scientific purposes, the butt is well done, but again, with like, you just see huge sockets. Again, her skin paint is really nice. It's really well done, but of course there's certain things you have to hide, like this part is really creepy. it looks very strange, but of course in the front you don't see that. We actually gotta look at her arms really quick. The white paint is really, like, it shows off a lot. So this part's really cool. I love her gloves. Right here, oh, you could see it's, her arm could actually twist completely. And you could remove this part. This is where you actually plop off for you to change her hands. And I'll show you that in a bit after we look through everything. She has a nice detail right here. We should go over her articulation. Her shoulders, her arm, and her hand have a ball joint. So pretty much you could completely twist this, and completely twist her hands. She could move like up this and like only side to side right here because of like since her boob is more like a breastplate, it has limitations. Her head could actually turn completely around. Yeah, there we go. You could do a full-on circle with that. Her legs, ball joint? Yep. She could twist. Oh shit! And then her her leg could actually come off, but there's no reason for that, so you could just plop that back in. So beware of that. Her leg could actually plop off, but you could just, you know, plop it back in. There's just a socket and the ball joint fits. Okay, now her heel can't. It only can move like side to side. Oh no, I'm actually wrong. It could completely turn around. Her heels are just attached to her boots, so that's why it's all one color. And in she could completely twist her feet because it's on a ball joint. With these little crescents that she has on her boots, they have nice detail, as in like it's golden and it's really glossy. So if you're posing her like she's kneeing somebody, for example, or she's just bent, something that's off-putting is, again, like these things that should be hidden, because like, yeah, it looks like her skin is like plopping up and it just like opens. Like there's just a lot of joints in this figure that should not be shown off very much. Such as right now is the arms, whatever the hell that's under here. Not her other arm. The only other complaint was like the back wasn't painted too detailed. Like the poses you're gonna do hide this, so it really doesn't matter at the end. It's just very funny when you notice it. And if, like, for example, if this figure is on your shelf, and I'm pretty sure nobody's gonna notice. It's only the people who actually own the figure, so you could get all nitty-gritty seeing all the problems the figure has.
Furthermore...
Oh, if you want to switch up her hands, all you have to do is if you remove it, there's like a ball joint right here with the little peg. And then it has a little circle right here. And you have to put just a tiny bit of pressure, twist it a little, and there, she has it. Ooh. Now to go over her accessory, she comes with her spiral, heart, and moon rod. And what you do with this is, if you give her the grabby hand, you could plug it in, like so. Don't be too afraid to like press in a little bit. There we go. Now with this you could do some different dynamic poses. The color of the rod's really nice and has like a really shiny feel to it. It actually does look like it's made out of like metal, but it's not, it's all of it's plastic. And to make it stick to her hand even more, you just press it down and there. Pretty cool. There's a back.
So there's fisty hands, open hands, non-Spider-Man-like hands, mind break face hands, and palms.
Oh, if you need to change her face too, she comes with 4. All you have to do is remove the front. Now she's bald. But that's all good. So you can remove the face by plopping it out. And looking at the horror, her face comes with like a lot of these pegs, you could say. And you can just put it here. There's 3 holes, so that's how you press it in. Ooh, they fit very snug, and you just put the hair back. There, she has a mad face now.
So there's a looking forward a mad face, a looking to the left a mad face, determined face, a looking to the side determined face, and her version of a happy face. Finally, time for some size comparisons. Next to the Nendroid Migraine Luca. Here's her right next to an SH Monster Arts Godzilla. Next to a familiar face, the Evangelion Rei Ayunami Shunya Yamashita Yamoto statue. And next to Part 3's Dio Brando. Here are some dynamic poses.
Now my overall thoughts to the figure. The stand's amazing. The stand does its job. The paint job is really well done. The only thing that was off was the cuffs, but I could let that slide. The accessories were amazing. The face sculpt is really well done. If you're looking for a Sailor Moon figure, I highly recommend this in your collection. This gets the squash seal of approval. Even though I said before that there is minor problems with the figure, it is easily overshadowed by all the positives this figure has. Being real with you guys, I don't remember the anime much, but her sitting on my shelf brings me back to my youth, where there was no college, only one waifu to worry about, and every day was more exciting than the last. I'ma lie down. As we meet again, I'll see you guys next week. Thank you, and goodbye.